Hi, good morning, traders. This is Sita from QuickTrade. Please indicate if you can hear me. I see we have Wani, Christelle, Megan, and Messi Mhlakwana. Messi, I think you're going to have a problem. If you are using your Android device, I suggest that maybe you switch to your laptop so that you can see clearly what I'm demonstrating on my screen. Because I mean, if you are using an Android device, you may not be able to check what I'm showing. But I mean, some people are lucky. Maybe they have a good internet connection. They can see what I'm talking about using their Android devices. But I mean, if you are in for the first time and you've never actually done any technical analysis, what I will be saying here won't make any sense to you if you cannot see what I'm showing on my screen. Thank you, Missy. Megan, thank you so much. Long time. What happened to you? Have you been making money? Buani, how's it, my brother? How's it going? How's your trading? Are you making money? Christelle? Michael Anderson. Yeah, I haven't seen Michael in a while as well. I remember he attended a couple of sessions, if I'm not mistaken. I think he attended a few and he just vanished without saying goodbye. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, Buani, we actually had a very interesting session on Tuesday. We actually had a very interesting session where I was asking the guys where their hiccups are in their trading. How do they, where do they mess up? Where do they have issues? So that is the reason, the main reason, basically, why I'm asking you guys if you are making money in your trading or not. Is there Brook? Hi. That is the main reason why I'm asking you guys if you're making money or not, because I want us to talk about that. I want to understand where your issues are. Why are you not profitable in your trading? What's delaying you? Okay, Bwani, I see you saying the platform. Hi, Christelle. One is saying the platform is preventing him from making money. Uh, Easterbrook, could you please help me? Is your name Kesty? How do you pronounce it? Kesty. Oh, okay, Kesty. Thank you so much. You've educated me there. Thank you. You're not sure how to identify entry points on a trade. Michael Anderson, analyzing what trade to go in is my problem. Okay, analyzing what trade to go in, or finding trade to analyze, maybe. I don't know. Finding trades to analyze. Spusiso Mguni, I've just post. Well, I mean, I've just asked the question here, Spusiso. I'm asking the guys where their main hurdle is when it comes to being profitable in their trading. What do they think the issue is? So that maybe we can try and tackle that part. Megan, Megan, you haven't answered. Are you still thinking? How are you doing? Are you doing okayish? How are you doing? If you're not doing okay, where do you think the issues are with your trading? In fact, this morning I had a look at your strategy, the one that you sent me some time back, and I was like, okay, I did not actually come back to Megan on this one. She's probably not very happy with me right now because of this. But I mean, I'll make sure that I check it out once more. I've been very busy. Okay, Christelle, let me see. The suggestion was to buy at 63. The price is now at 63.41. Do we choose limit order with GTC? Do you use the current price? Okay, you're talking about Woolies. Okay. Margin required for Woolies is 11%. How do I calculate the number of shares to buy? Ooh, okay. How much do you have? Oh, okay. I don't know if I can ask you this, Lawrence. Okay. Let me just quickly check how much you have in your account. I will tell you now. Maybe the minimum number of shares that you can perhaps buy the Chris Christian Lawrence. Sure, you don't have a lot, Christian. When did you get the trade idea to buy to buy what stock? To buy Woolies, Christian? Oh, you first. Okay. I understand. I understand what you're saying, Christelle. But my question is, okay, let me see. Can you start with it was today's? Oh, it was today's trade idea by email. Ooh, okay, by email. Okay, let me have a look at it. Well, Christelle, right now, Woolies is 62.75. It's down 1.5. It's down 1.5% so far. It's down 1.5%. Let me see. It's at 62.75. It's actually lower than the entry price that you were given there on that email you're referring to. Suggestion was to buy it at 63, which is the limit. So GTC, margin regard. Okay, can we have a real life example? Okay. But I mean, to all those that attend the webinars, we always do live examples. We don't do anything that is that is history. We do stuff that is happening right now. If you want to know about maybe a currency pair, you ask me. We have a look at it on the spot, and I give you the answer back. Same with Woolies that you guys are referring to here. We'll have a look at it, and I will tell you what I see on it. Or we can analyze it together and see what it tells us. Okay. Okay, Christelle, enough. It's okay. I understand. Sure. Okay. Okay, Christelle. Okay. It's okay. We'll assist you. Don't be desperate. I can tell with those exclamation marks. Okay. Well, I mean, if we look on the monthly time frame, Woolies. Woolies is looking positive. It looks like well, I mean, it's on a buy signal. Now let's check the monthly time frame. I've just switched on to the monthly, sorry, weekly. The weekly time frame. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, it's gone bigger. We are below our moving average. Last week we went below our moving average, and we had our support around 61. 6084, we hit that support and we shot up, and we are up 3% since that low of I don't know what was the low, 6035. We sorry, week to date we are up 3%, but my main concern right now is the fact that we're still trading below the moving average on the weekly time frame. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go and check our daily time frame. Should I just, okay, let me go here. Okay, let me change it here. Okay. Okay, yesterday, oh no, Tuesday. On Tuesday, the 20th, we closed above the moving average. But I mean, if you look at that moving average is still pointing down. It's pointing down. It's not flattening out. It's not picking up. So for that reason, I think that there is a bit of a problem there. Let us go in and check here. Okay, 64. I'll make this line a dotted line. You see at 64, 64, 64.11, we have some overhead resistance there. That is why the price went up this morning. It hit that area and it started coming off again. So that area is a problem on, it's a problem on Woolies. It's a problem on Woolies. Let me do this. Okay. Let me do this 63.26. It's a problem on Woolies. I think we have support around 62.26. Around 62.26, I think we have support there on Woolies. You know what I would do personally? I would rather maybe wait for 62.26 or better instead of jumping in right away. I would wait for that level first before I do anything. I understand that around here we are in consolidation. Every time the market gets down to 60, 61, it bounces up. But I mean, I would wait for the price maybe to come back to 62.26 before doing anything. I understand that you have this trade idea that you got, but I mean, no, I wouldn't go in right away. I would wait maybe for 62, 62.26, 62.50. I would take maybe a buy there. I don't know. Let me see. What is your stop there? Let's check. Well, I don't see your stop. I don't see what your stop is on this trade. But I would have my stop below 60. I would have my stop below 60. And I don't know what your take profit target is. Every time this stock gets to 67, 67.50, sellers come in and sell it. So yeah, if you go in maybe at 62.26, aiming for 67, I think that is not a bad trade. And your stop loss should be, I think it should be below 59. The stop loss should be below 59. If you have a problem, maybe waiting. No, sorry. I mean fixing your risk reward ratio. The next solution maybe is to wait for the price maybe to get to 61. While I'm saying that, wait for the price to get to 61, I'm not too sure whether the price is really gonna get to 61. But I mean, when I'm looking at the top 40. Yeah, the picture that I see when I look at the top 40 is not very good. The top 40 is currently trading at 1 point, almost 1.3%, and Naspers is down 4.8%. I'm looking at the S&P 500 in the States. It's down 70 basis points, zero point 0.7. It's very close to 1%. The market hasn't opened yet. We have some employment data coming out later this afternoon. If that employment data is not good or way too far than the guidance, there's a good chance that we could see the U.S. Market decline even more. I mean, we are not going to be, left out of that sell-off. I think we'll be part of it. So I think it's important that we, maybe exercise some caution a bit, stay out of the market for a little while just to see exactly how things are going to pan out. I believe that we are still in a bull market, but right now we have a bit of a pullback playing out. So with that situation taking place, it is very important that we remain cautious in our trading. We do not just jump in because we have a trade idea. I'll wait for, like I said, 62.26 or better, like 61. Stop loss on the trade is 61.74. I'm not happy about 61.74. I think it's too close. I understand why. I mean, there is 61.74, but I prefer maybe a stop that is outside of the range, like 59. Like that, I think you're going to be safe on that trade. Okay. Okay, Megan, thank you. Casty, let me see. So, wait for, okay, Crystal, okay, thanks. So, okay, Christelle, yeah, Willis, I think maybe we can just wait a bit before jumping in there. Let's see how the market, performs, because I mean, right now we're down 1.4%. It could get worse. So yeah, let's just wait. Okay, yeah, we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at that. I'm waiting for Michael to finish. Michael Anderson to finish typing his message, and we'll move on. Okay, that's fine, Michael. I get it. But I mean, this is the thing. I mean, at the moment, I do not really want us to try and fuse trading with, sorry, technical analysis trading with any fundamental analysis, because sometimes you get two conflicting ideas. Sometimes you get, like you're saying, that they won the court case. But they won the court case, but the market is just not looking good. Technically, right now, Willis doesn't look that great. So yeah, I would like I'd like us to focus more on technical analysis now. At a later stage, when we are really like very sharp with our technical analysis, then we can try and fuse that together with our fundamental analysis. I don't know if I make sense, guys, because I mean, uh, sometimes you get a lot of confusion when you're trying to combine the two. It's a good thing, but you must also check the mood of the market. Currently, the mood in the market is not really that great. Okay, guys, you're talking about live examples. Maybe you can give me these examples that you're talking about, or stocks that you're talking about, then I will show you. how you must look at these things, or how you must look at these shares. Kirsty, you have AGL. We'll look at AGL. I will tell you what the chart is saying, or it's telling us. Okay. This is where you begin. You begin with a longer time frame, your monthly time frame. Change it to a line chart. We are trading above our simple moving average on the monthly, so that means that the stock is still on a buy signal. The stock is on a buy signal. Well, it looks like we are in consolidation, and currently we are trading below 290. 290 has or 290 is some resistance. 290 is some resistance. I think if this market continues to trade like this, it's likely to come down to 275. I think that is what is likely to happen here. So I wouldn't really touch it. I would just stay out of it and not do anything. So it's under a bit of pressure, but I mean, it's still an uptrend. But I mean, I wouldn't touch it at the moment as a buy. I'll just wait and see what it does going forward. But 290 is a big problem. It's a big problem area, and the other area that is problematic here on AGL is 302. Is 302.50. Okay, okay. APN. We spoke about APN a couple of days ago. Yeah, let me check here. Let me just double check these levels. I don't want to contradict myself. Okay, let me check. Okay, APN, it looks like it's trading in a range to me. That range actually is it's 250 and 280. 250 and 280. Every time, well, I mean, Aspen comes down to 250. Excuse me, you find buyers coming in and buying Aspen there, pushing the price higher. So I don't know. I think it's buyable around 255 to 250 levels. Although we have this overhead resistance around 261. Around 261, there is some overhead resistance there. It looks like the price is likely to maybe move back up to 80. But let's check how it looks on the monthly before we make that call. Let's check how it looks. Okay, this is what I want you to focus on this one here. You see, this stock hasn't closed below, what is that level there? It hasn't closed below 250. It hasn't had any monthly close below 250. So there, what I'm referring to the bar. The monthly bar has not finished below 250 since 2014. Since 2014, it hasn't finished below the 250 level. Every time it gets to 250, buyers come in and push the price up on a monthly chart. So what I'm trying to say there is that every time it comes down to 250, maybe you should look to buy, although we may still have those spikes taking us down maybe to 240, 230 levels. But I mean, if you are going to hold on to it until the end of the month, the chances are you will get rewarded for holding Aspen, more especially if you're buying it closer to 250. But that 280 area is still a massive problem. We need to clear 280 first before we can see the stock ticking higher. We need to close above 280 before we can see the stock ticking higher. But I mean, around 250, I would go in and buy it. Although, if you do that, you'd be very aggressive, because I mean, if you check your monthly is saying Aspen is on a sell signal. It went below end of December last year. January we were down. Feb we're flat. Month to date we are down 4.6%. So I don't know. Let's watch and see how this one plays out. But I think 250 is a buy. There is a bit of support around 261, and if you go up towards 270, also there is some resistance there. Let us check the weekly. Let's see how it looks. This is another problem. The weekly, it doesn't look nice. Doesn't look nice. You see, on the weekly, we closed below our simple moving average on this week, last week, and currently the close last week was 256.97, or we can just call it 257. It was 257, so it is important that you pay some special attention to that 257 on Aspen. Because I mean, last week we had a negative close, and currently we are trading around 255.90. So the price looks like it's respecting the 257. So every time the price gets to 261 there, that's where our moving average is on the weekly chart. Sorry, in fact, it's 260. The moving average there is 260. That's where it's currently trading. So every time the price gets there, sellers come in, push the price lower. So I think 250 is a winner for me on Aspen if you want to take a long trade. But I mean, you must be very careful because I mean there are too many spikes. There's a lot of volatility around 250. The main reason why there is so much volatility around 250 is because 250 is a turning point. 250, there's a lot of support around 250. But I mean, if you are a long-term investor that wants to go in and buy Aspen and hold it maybe for a couple of months or to a few years, I think the levels where we are trading right now on Aspen, I think it's a good area. Aspen is dead cheap around 250, more especially if you want to hold it for a couple of years, 2 to 3 years, or even a year. You can make, I think, some decent returns on a stock like Aspen. Okay. Okay, Michael, I'll still come back to you. I still remember what your question was. I still remember what your question was. I'll come back to you. Okay, BVT. BVT. Bidvest, if you look at it using the monthly chart, it's looking positive. It's above its 10 SMA, but it's been trading sideways between 250 and what is that area there? Around 218, 220. 218 and 250. That's where it has been trading around 220. I think it's not a bad level if you want to go in and take a long there. But I mean, let's check how the weekly looks first before we make that bold call. Last week we had a we had a negative week, and the price went up a bit. So to me, it looks like there is a buy zone. The buy zone is 220 and 207. It's possible that we may see a BVT coming down to 207. I think that's where our main support is currently. And if we pick it up around 207, the next target should be your profit target should be 250. That's where I think you should expect BVT to go from maybe 207. Let's have a look at it from the daily time frame. I wouldn't rush in to buy this one. I wouldn't rush in to buy it. I wouldn't rush in to buy it, more especially in a market that is very dicey. like the one that we have at the moment. Our market is very iffy, I mean, right now. So I wouldn't rush into trade the stock. I think that we may see the prices coming down to 207, 210 on this one. Around 207, 210, maybe I can go in and take a long, aiming for 250. There's another thing that I want to point out here. The falling trend line. Guys, please focus more on trend lines. Trend lines are very important. Trend lines are important. Okay, let me check. You see, there is a falling trend line here from the 15th of Feb. It went up to this area in, I mean, on the 7th of March. It came down, and today it tried to go up to challenge those that trend line, and it failed. It came back down to current levels. Currently, we are trading at 221.01. So before we take out this 225, 227 area, I wouldn't go in on this one. But I mean, any close above 225, daily close above 225, 227, I would consider going in for a long on Bidvest. But currently, I'm still a little bit worried about how Bidvest looks. I think we have something like this going there at the moment. I think we have something like this happening there at the moment. I suspect we may have this market doing this before coming down again. I think this is what we have. Like here, it went up, it hit that area, it came back down. Now it's trying to move up. I think it's moving up. We're going to get another breakdown taking us to down to this area here, 207, 207.50. Okay, Kirsty, I'm considering going short. Going short. Kirsty, let's check. Let's check the hourly. Let's check how it looks. The hourly time frame. Okay, if you want to be that aggressive, Kirsty, because you know that your monthly is looking positive. Your monthly is looking positive. Your weekly is negative. You know, this is what I would do. I would wait for the hourly close. I would wait for the hourly close at 1 o'clock. I would check where it closes. If we close below the moving average, let me show you. Let me make this bigger. If we close below the moving average at 1, I would consider maybe going in for a short. But before we close below the hourly moving average on the hourly chart, I wouldn't take that short. But I mean, you are being aggressive. I understand. You are just taking your chances there. It's fine. But I mean, you need to have a close below your hourly moving average. You need to have your close below the hourly moving average before you can go in there. It's quite a risky trade if you are going against I mean the main trend in the market. But I'm looking at the S&P. The S&P is not looking great. I'm looking at the top 40. It's down now 1.6%. All the other markets right now, they look a little bit sickly. There is no strong market out there. So I think you are not really too far off the mark. So yeah, you can take a chance there, but I mean, you need to have it close below your hourly moving average before you do that. Okay, so you wouldn't, it's a trade. Yes, it is risky, Kirsty. Michael Anderson, so it will be more profitable to sell. I see more profit there. I don't know what you're referring to there, Michael. Are you referring to Aspen? Well, I mean, okay, okay, that's fine. Michael, I have a couple of trades that I'm looking at. Currently, I'm looking at the Euro British Pound, the Euro GBP. I'm looking at that for a long, around 0.87100. But let me tell you, that is a blind entry. If you go in there, it's a blind entry because I mean you don't have any price action signal out yet. So I'm looking at that one. The other one I'm looking at. Well, I mean I've been looking at this one since last week Friday. The US 500. The US 500 is down 0.71, and I think that it's really gonna come off a bit. I think it's going to come off a bit, and a couple of currency pairs against the US dollar that I think are going to do well. On the pound against the US dollar, I think we've broken out. There's a trade. There if you want to trade some breakout, I think there's something that you can get out there. The Woolies, the Woolies trade we spoke about. Woolies is now down 2.3%. It's just trading at 62.28. I don't know. I think we mentioned 62.27 or 62.26. I can't remember exactly, but I think it's better to wait a bit to see how it does going forward. I think that you may get 61 on that one and have your stop. And have your stop loss sitting nicely at 59, aiming for 67 on this one. I think, yeah, we should wait for it. Michael, are you happy with that one? Now I want us to go and do some analysis. I'll use currency pairs. I'll use currency pairs. Just want to show you guys. I've shown the guys in the past how to look for opportunities in currency pairs. You can do the same using stocks. You can do the same using stocks. Let's just do this one on currency pairs. Okay, this is what you do. You apply your 10 simple moving average. You just go to your indicators, add indicator, moving averages, go to simple moving average, go there, okay, and move your period to 10. The default period there is 1. It's always 1. Move this one to 10. We do not change the moving average. We only change time frames. I can move from a daily to an hourly to 4 hourly to a weekly to a monthly chart, but I will never change the period on the moving average. That we don't do. Okay, let us start with I have the GBP Australian dollar, the pound against the Australian dollar. We are using the daily time frame. This is the easiest way if you want to know whether to trade a currency pair or not. Just come here, check if it's trading above the simple moving average or not. But it is also very important to make sure that you are trading far away from your overhead resistance, and make sure that there is no resistance nearby. Because I mean, if there is some resistance nearby, even if you are trading above your moving average, you will have your charts or currency pair reversing at some important what do you call it? At some important resistance area. You go there and you check, okay, we are trading above the moving average. You go in there, you buy and you buy. That's all that you need to do, really. At turning points, like here, you see we had a turning point here. That was on the 20th, on Monday. There was a turning point. So any break above the turning point, you know that it's a buy. You can go in and buy there. But I mean, the issue right now is that we've just crossed above there, and the market may still come down a bit. But to me, this looks like a buy if you are looking for a buy. Another one that you're going to look at, let's look at the British pound, the one that I was talking about now. British pound is trading above its moving average. It traded sideways here for a bit. It went up, and today I still think that the British pound is a buy. I think the next level where we're going, the one that we're going to is 42, 1.42700. I think that's where we're going on the British pound against the US dollar. I think it's going to move higher later in the day. I don't know, guys. Does this make sense to you? Do you understand the logic behind the trades that I'm talking about here? That you're just looking for the simple moving average. Is it trading above? Is it trading below? Where is my resistance? Where is my support? Buying around support is actually the best way to do it. Like here, you see this point here, the one that I've just marked here, this turning point. This turning point that I've just marked there, this was your resistance. It has now turned into support because the price is now trading above that area. So we went beyond this. We went beyond this area here where I have my cursor on. We went beyond this area on the 21st yesterday, and the price is trading above this area here. Anywhere around here, I think you can just go in and buy the British pound and make sure that your stop loss is below it's below your candle. This big candle here from the 21st. You can have your stop loss lower down here. You can have your stop loss lower down here, just below that close. The low was 1.39976. You can have your stop loss maybe at 1.39970 or 72, just a couple of pips below this candle's low. I think there is some money to be made on this one. Okay. Yes. Okay. Let's look at the US dollar Swiss franc. US dollar Swiss franc, it looks like a short to me. It looks like a great short. I think people are going to make a bit of money trading this one. Let me show you the trend. There is a trend line that you can draw here. You see this trend line here? We broke below the trend. Oh, why am I removing it? We are below this trend line here. We are below our moving average here. So we have a confluence. So what I think is going to happen here, we're going to have the US dollar coming down against the Swiss franc. Let's look for the immediate support there on this one. Our immediate support is at our immediate support is at 0.94400. That's where our immediate support is. 0.94400. That's where it is. But I mean, I believe that we're going to take it out and move lower. Maybe going forward, we can go and look for another support area where we may have a problem on this one. Another one is at 0.93800. That's where our next support is, and the next level is lower down. But I believe that we're going to have the Swiss franc strengthening against the US dollar going forward. So this is a good trade. This is what I'm talking about. You trade, you closed below your simple moving average yesterday, and the price is down 0.22 percent or 22 basis points. I think we're going to have this stock going down. This is now the Euro GBP. Euro GBP. Okay, guys, the Euro GBP, it has been declining a lot lately, and we made some good profits on it. We sent out a trade ideas a couple of days ago. I think it was around the 13th. We sent out a trade idea on this one that it was a short, and it went down, and we made quite a good return on this trade. Right now, I think it's very close to our support levels. If you look at it from 2017, 2017 around May, I think this is where you see where I have my cursor on. I think this is where we have our support, and currently we are trading around 0.86863. I think there's going to be buyers stepping in and pushing the price higher. That is why when I spoke about this trade, I said if you go in around 0.87 100, you are doing a blind entry. You are going in without any signal. You are just jumping in because you think that the stock is going to slide and move lower. So sorry, it's going to bounce off this area and move higher. I think around these levels. The Euro GBP will sort of like strengthen against the US dollar technically. Now let's go and check our daily, see how it looks like. Okay. Right now we're trading just below our resistance our support line here. We have support around 0.87145, and currently we are trading below that area, and our support is around 0.86863. This area here where we are currently trading, to me it looks like a buy zone. Anywhere here you can buy this one, expecting the price to bounce off this area and move higher, maybe towards 8900. I think the price may move up to okay, is it 8900, 89,000. The price could actually move up to 89,000. I think there's a lot of money that you can make on this one if you go in and take a long on the Euro GBP. I think there is a lot of money to be made on this one, but I mean you need to be careful with your stop, or you need to wait for today's session to end, check what happens later, maybe today, and maybe Monday, Tuesday, you can go in on this one and take a long, buy the euro and sell the GBP, the Great British Pound. I think there is money to be made there. These are the live examples that you guys were asking for. We called this one a short here. It was actually on the 12th. We called it I think on the 13th. We called it a short on the 13th, and it has been going down since. It has been going down since. Now I think we've reached our support levels. Around these levels, I expect buyers to step in and push the stock higher. Let's wait and see what happens, but I believe that we are going to get it right. Another one, let's look at the GBP US, GBP Japanese yen. GBP Japanese yen, let's check the monthly first. You see, the monthly here is saying down. Feb we closed below the moving average, and currently the price is trying to move up there. And I believe that we have some resistance happening around here. I think we have some resistance happening around here. Let's check the weekly. We've just touched our moving average there. We've just touched our moving average. Let's look at the daily. On the British pound against the yen, we are trading on the daily. On the daily, we are trading above our moving average. But I mean, if you check the monthly and the weekly, they are looking negative. We are trading below our moving averages there. So what I think is going to happen here, I think we're going to hit this 150 area. In fact, it's 150.157. 150.157. I think we have our resistance there. You must check out this area on the GBP JPY. I think the price is likely to reverse around 151.57. I think we're going to go a little bit lower. I think what is happening here, the price is just bouncing off this area here at the bottom. It's doing this from here. I expect to see the price. I expect to see the price here moving lower. Let's check here. I expect to see the price moving lower. I expect to see the price of the pound going down against the Japanese yen going forward. But it's important that you pay some very special attention on that 150.157 area that I've just mentioned there. If we close the day below this area, there's a good chance that we're going to have more sell-off coming through. Any close below your simple moving average here on this currency pair could accelerate the sell-off in this currency pair. So I think you must be on the lookout for some sell-off maybe over the next couple of days on the GBP against the US dollar. Okay, the US dollar against the Japanese yen closed below our moving average yesterday around 12, and today we are down 0.37%. I think there is a short happening here. You can take a short against the US dollar buying the Japanese yen. So you can short USD JPY with a stop. Where should you have your stop here? Let me check. You can have your stop above this candlestick here with a very long tail here. The high there was 107,290. You can have maybe your stop loss at 107, maybe 290.80 or 81 or 82. That's where you can have your stop if you take a long here. Make sure that you allow your stop enough room to breathe or to oscillate, to go up and down if you want to take a trade on this one. And don't take a very large trade. Don't take a very large trade. I'll skip the the Australian dollar, US dollar. I'll skip that one. This one also is on a sell signal. The euro is on a sell signal against the Japanese yen. You can take a short on this one also, and make sure that your stop loss is above this long tail here. This long tail here, that stop loss is around 131 point, maybe 691. You can make it 695, 696, around there, just a couple of pips above that high. Top 40, I'm not going to look at. It's not looking good. We are down 1,256 points. At some point this morning, we were up, I think around 75 basis points or 30 basis points. Back to Woolies again. Woolies down 2.6%, trading at 62.03. So it looks like we are definitely coming down to 61, 60 levels there if you want to participate on this one. Okay, guys, does anyone have a question? Do you have any suggestions? Is there anything that is confusing you that you think maybe I should do it maybe a little bit better than how I am doing it right now? You can suggest anything, guys. I will take it without any issues. But Michael, there you're looking for your for your simple moving average on the daily time frame. If your stock closed or the currency pair closed below the simple moving average, like here, you see I have my where I have my cursor on. Let me try and make this bigger. You see here where I have my cursor on this bar here. Yes, that bar there, it closed below the simple moving average. You take a shot there, you make sure that your stop loss is beyond maybe well, I mean a couple of like you see here, you put your stop loss just above this tail here, and you wait for the market to come down. Here, this one is confusing me. It's not looking good. I'm not happy about it. Willis, I'm not happy. The moving average is pointing down, although the price closed above yesterday, so it's not looking good. It just looks bad. I think it's going to come down to maybe 61, 60, 50 before picking up. But I mean, every time, this all that you need to do. Just go through your shares. If you get any share that has closed maybe below its moving average, that share can actually give you a shorting opportunity. But you must always try and look for support on it to see where it's supported. If you get it, you can go in and take a short on it. If it's above the moving average and it's still looking good, and there is no nearby overhead resistance, you can go in and take a long on that one. But I mean, Michael, for how long have you been trading, and how long do you understand your technical analysis? Oh, you just started this month. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I think if you are new to trading, even if you are not new, you've been trading for a very long time. I think trading using moving averages is the best way to trade. It always gives you, I mean, good signals. Just try not to trade against your moving averages. A 10 simple moving average, I think, is good enough. Just use the 10 simple moving average on your monthly time frame. If your monthly time frame is trading above your moving average or is just closed above your moving average, you must know that that market is likely to move higher, provided everything continues to look good in the market. Your weekly also, if your moving average is below the weekly price, it means that market is going up. On the daily also, same thing. you have to have your market trading above your 10 simple moving average. Hourly also, you have to have your price trading above the 10 simple moving average. Okay, let's check what's going on here. Kirsty and Sibusiso, do you guys still have any questions? Megan has been attending these a lot, so yeah. Uh, Michael, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening on Woolies, but I mean, I do not want us to focus on what is happening inside the business. I just want us to read the price action. If the price action says sell, we will go in and sell Woolies. If it says buy, we'll go in and buy Woolies. That's my take right now on Woolies. Let's just focus more on technicals, see what technicals are telling us. If they are telling us to sell, we'll sell. If they're telling us to buy, we will buy. Right now, Woolies, if you are looking at it from a monthly time frame, it looks perfect. It looks like it's going to do well in 2018. I've always said this, I think since December or early January this year. So I'm not really worried about Woolies. I think Woolies is still going to move higher, more especially for those that are long-term holders. I'm not worried, but I mean, for us, the short-term traders, they just try and read what the price action signals show us, then trade according to that. Uh, Megan, I use one trading strategy. I can show you a few other strategies. I have a few other strategies that I use, but I mean, let me tell you this: the main thing that has helped me a lot, recently, is applying one simple strategy and following that strategy, making it a routine. Because I mean, if you have too many trading strategies, you'll never really win, because I mean are looking at too many different strategies. I prefer looking at just one. But I mean, if you guys want to get a few more strategies, I can do that. I have a few that I can show you. But I thought this was going to benefit you guys a lot, following one strategy and making sure that every time you go into your trading platform, you're only looking for one thing and one thing only. Because I mean, the most profitable traders in the world, they don't use too many strategies. They stick to just one, and from their strategy, they make a lot of money. It doesn't need to be because I mean, trading doesn't need to be exciting really. You just need to have a formula that you use. If you are using your support and resistance, you should always look for that. Kirsty, having a look at your Bollinger, sorry, your DSY with Bollinger and MACD. Okay, let's see. What do you see there, Kirsty? What do you see on DSY? Anything interesting? You think this could be a trend reversal from what? What, from the top going down? Mm, okay. Okay, Kirsty, let me tell you what I'm thinking here. Well, I'm looking at the monthly time frame now. The monthly time frame, we have some resistance around 180.86. We have some resistance around 186. We are above Feb's close. In February, we closed 5.69%, and month to date, we are up 1.76, and we are supported around 167.50, 168. I think we are in consolidation right now. We are trading sideways. On DSY, I think we are trading sideways. I wouldn't mind buying Woolworths, sorry, Discovery around 168, 170, around those levels. I wouldn't mind buying this one, targeting 186. Targeting 186, buying 170 or 168, because I mean, like here we are trading in a range. We've been trading here since December, Jan, Feb, March. We are still trading between these two horizontal lines, 186 and 168, and we are trading above our moving average, which means that the price is still likely to move higher going forward. Let us now check how the weekly time frame looks. Let us get the exact levels using the weekly here. We have another turning point here. We have another turning point. Okay, let me see. On the weekly, we still positive. Also, we are trading above our 10 simple moving average. We haven't broken below that. We haven't broken below that. Let us see. There are turning points that we need to mark here. Like this turning point here is very important. This is your support on DSY. This turning point here is your support. Let's try and get another one here. Let's see. This turning point here also is your support around 178. You see, every time this price comes down to 178, where we have okay, what must I do to make this one stand out? Okay, you see this dotted horizontal trend line that we have here. Every time it gets to 178, there are buyers waiting there, pushing the price up towards 186. For how long this will last, I have no idea. But to me, it looks like there is a lot of selling pressure taking place here. I wouldn't be surprised to see this closing down below the moving average come Friday afternoon at 5. I wouldn't be surprised to see the price closing down maybe at 174.98 or 175, waiting maybe for another follow through. That should take us down to 168, even to 165 before buying DSY. I do not really think that it has reversed, is starting to come down. This one hasn't put out the top yet. I still think that we're still gonna move higher, because I mean, if you look at the whole market is still looking positive. All this pullback taking place right now is just normal. It's a it's a healthy pullback. It's a breather. The market cannot go up in a straight line. We should just time our entries where we go in and buy this market. I'm happy with what is happening right now in this market. I don't have any issues. I think we are going to make some real money on DSY going forward. Just keep an eye out for, let's say, 170, 165 area. Around there, you can go in and buy DSY, and you should make money on it. I think it doesn't. It's not really worrying me. I think that it's still looking good. I'm happy with it. I like it. that 175 is a problem. We take out 175, we're coming down to 168, 168 maybe 165, those levels, 70. But I mean, this thing is still a buy. Okay, guys, thank you very much. If you guys have any issues with your trades, if there's anything that you don't understand or that you don't agree with, please shoot me an email. My email address is sihle at quicktrade quicktrade.co.za. Sihle at quicktrade.co.za, and I will gladly respond to your questions. And yeah. You're welcome. You're welcome, Megan. I'll still come back to you, Megan, on that one. I need to really work on it. I haven't really had time to check it. You're welcome, Michael. You're welcome. Okay, Megan. Thank you. Musiso, sharp big guy. Cheers. See you tomorrow, guys. You're welcome, Kirsty. Bye bye.